Drama Chick here again for another Death Note vlog, and like last time, this is completely unscripted, although unlike last time, I actually watched the episode twice. Once the day before and again this morning. And I'm actually putting these vlogs out the day of recording them. So the date this video is posted, you know the day. You can figure out the date yourself. And again, this is actually a pretty good episode. However, one thing that's really shocked me was how far, and I mean far, they're taking it from the source material. I mean, I'll get into this later, but L calls Light on the phone before he kills all the FBI agents, and oh my god, I was going nuts in front of my TV going, what? But we'll get to that later. But also, Rem makes an appearance in the second episode. Oh my god. This is becoming very interesting very quickly. But plot of the episode, I'll start from the beginning and go to the end. Alright, the beginning started right where the first left off. And Light's not sure if L is on him or not. I mean, he doesn't know why. There's an FBI guy tailing him. And this is juxtaposed with the dad finding out the FBI agents from L. And he's pissed. I mean, he's like, no, you do not bring FBI agents without telling anyone. I'm gonna go to the commissioner, or whatever the Japanese equivalent is to the head of the police, and let him know what the hell you're doing. And L's very cool with it, but again, they kind of play up. He was drinking one of the juice things, and he got a spot on his shirt. It was a really tiny spot, but because of that, he had to take off the shirt and get a new one. So apparently this L has a lot more neuroses than the previous one from the manga and the movies. And a part of me doesn't mind that. Although I do kind of miss L surrounded by junk food and walking around barefoot and just giving no cares. For those who wonder why I'm not using any expletives, it's because my parents watch this show and I don't want to offend them. But it is very interesting. During the course of Light trying to figure out... Yeah, back to Light. During the course of Light trying to figure out what's going on with the FBI guy, he learns about the eyes of the death spirits. And Rook explains, you know, you gotta give me half your lifespan, and Light, of course, says no, because, you know, living is a good thing and it'd be fun to live a long one. But Rook does tell Light that the pop singer he's infatuated with, who we all know becomes the second Kira. I'm sorry if I don't say her name. I never really liked her character, so her name is never stuck in my brain. Even if I wrote it down, I wouldn't say it. It would just kind of be one ear out the other. But they do a lot to build her up as well, which is actually very interesting. You kind of see the rise of both of them at the same time in this episode with what's going on with Light. But Rook tells Light, you know, she's about to die. Like, it's 7:30. Something bad's gonna happen. She's probably gonna be dead. That's when it looks like her life is gonna run out, or something like that. I may have gotten it confused, but that sets Light on this whole plot thread, which is kind of the subplot of the episode, which is him trying to save the life of this pop star. And that being interrupted by all this bullshit going on with the FBI people and Elle trying to catch Kita. And Light feeling the pressure of it. I actually kind of like that. You do kind of see Light in this series very much as a human being, and I really like that. I did see on Crunchyroll a few people didn't like it. They want Light, and there's the air conditioner again. They want Light to be uber badass. However, it detracts from his character because it doesn't make him human. And he already has a supernatural power to kill everybody. This Light is a lot more subdued and a lot more layered. There's a lot more going on with him, and I like that. It makes me want him to win, even though he's a killer. I want him to win, which never came across in any of the other versions. The other versions, I really wanted to see Elle punch him in the face so many times in the manga and the anime. And even the movies, I wanted to see Light fail. Here I'm rooting for him, which for me is a huge change. But it's really interesting seeing him kill people with the Death Note. Plan to kill people, while at the same time trying to save someone whom he respects. And that's actually very interesting and kind of makes this episode kind of strange to watch if you're a longtime Death Note fan, because that is something manga and anime Light would never do. And even movie Light, I don't think would do it. He would not use his power to save someone. He would see how he can use them to his advantage, and that is not drama Light's idea at all. He just goes, I respect this person, I want her to live. And Rook is stealing this series. He is hilarious. They kind of turned him from a death spirit that has a few funny moments. They give him some outrageous motions and just going, you're a hero! Oh my hero! And it is a riot to watch. You know, it's very much almost a comedic double act with Light being the straight one and Rook being the wisecracking asshole. Which is kind of what he is, who just wants to have fun, and he is having a blast with the situation. But, so yes, the scene in the manga with Light using bus jacking to get the name of the FBI guy who's following him, his name, is there, but there's a really good twist, because Light is actually a lot smarter than his manga and everything counterparts. I think this Light is actually a lot smarter, because he has the FBI people who are following everyone not using their real names. And that is something he is dead set. He's not letting anyone use their real names. So what happened? So actually, the divergence of that scene kind of differentiate from the manga more than once. I'll get into more detail in a second. On this bus, Light is on a time crunch. It is 5:30. And he needs to save the pop star. Well, I'm going to call her Second Kira from now on, because that's what she's always been in my eyes. The girl becomes Second Kira is going to die at 7:30. And before this, Light met one of the bodyguards of the pop star and let her know. And he's like, so how do you know that? He's like, don't worry, I just know, and I don't want anything to happen to her. And there's also this red herring, a very good one actually, because I thought this would be the guy. I do not get thrown curveballs very much. And plot lines, and excuse me, I just kind of belched a little. I usually don't get caught off guard like that, and this one did. There's a long-haired, stereotypical otaku who's nerdy geeky and is taking pictures and actually gets really up close to her at the beginning and is pushed away by the bodyguards and has his camera. And I do not know the branding of this camera, but I do know based on people who I know who took photography in college, that camera was a mint. It's an expensive camera, and it's just broken. The lens is shattered, and it's just horribly, it's just trashed. And he looks so pissed. I mean, he's just looking at her with daggers in his eyes. And he never shows up again. He's just there and then he's gone. He was just there to establish the red herring bit. And they did a really good job, because I was like, okay, there he is. That Light is going to kill that guy. But no, it isn't. I'll tell you who it is later, but Light meets the security guy. They make arrangements to meet at 7:30 at her next public appearance, which is in a mall. Which may be the one time where she's going to be in danger. And they do actually have an interesting discussion on, you sound like a creepy stalker. Creepy stalker's like, no, I'm not a creepy stalker. I just want to see her safe. Which, considering at this point in the series, he's killed over 100 people, it's hilarious that Light can care so much to keep someone alive. Then we get to... that leads us to the scene on the bus. And another thing that's a little different is, the bus driver never touched the piece of death. He doesn't see Rook. In fact, Rook's not even on the bus, which makes me kind of sad, because there are scenes where Light is in his classroom and Rook's next to him, messing with him, knowing that Light can't talk to him in the middle of class. And there's a point where Light actually tells him to shut up! And everyone in the class looks at him like he's a crazy person. He's like, sorry. And that part made me giggle. But instead of that, the guy shoots himself in the stomach, which is a very painful way to die. And they made it look like he died quick, but I do not think he did. But of course, the FBI guy shows him his badge with a name, which actually is a fake name, so point to L for being awesome. But immediately, Light writes his name in the death note and then runs to the public appearance, but she's not there. The pop star girl's not there. And he calls the security person who he talked to and goes, hey, she's not here, what's going on? And the security guy, I forgot his name, he's a one-shot character, so who cares, goes, why would I let a stalker know her get a chance to see her? And he tries to explain, no, you don't understand, and the guy just hangs up. And it immediately cuts to the FBI guy going into L's office. And actually what Light wrote in the death note was that after getting off the bus, he calls the superior, goes to his superior, and then shoots him and then shoots himself. Apparently that is what was written, but they toy with it too, because you see him with the gun, but it doesn't turn out that way. Which makes me really curious on how they're going to do the subway scene. That hasn't happened yet. I guess they're saving that for episode 3, but I'm really curious on how they're going to do that now. But the pop star girl is going to her house. She was just dropped off by the other security people. And it turns out the security guy who Light spoke to is incredibly creepy, and you get a sense that if he was not her security guard, he would be a stalker. And they actually get into a small confrontation. It's not really a confrontation, it's more of her going, leave me alone, go away, and him going, no, I've done so much to protect you, you should thank me. And he actually pushes her by accident off the stairs. And it looks like she's dead. It really does. And I was kind of shocked because I was like, wait, isn't she supposed to get a death note too and meet up with Rem? What the hell?